Prince Harry's name has been mentioned in court documents related to allegations Sean Diddy Combs sexually abused multiple people. A $30 million lawsuit brought by record producer Rodney Jones claims Diddy's affiliation with high-profile people such as Prince Harry gave his actions legitimacy.
For years, the media brushed this one under the rug. But now, Meghan Markle's name is being whispered in the same breath as Diddy, and not for the reasons you might think. Diddy's facing the trial of the decade, and he's accused of federal exploitation of adult workers and freak-offs that allegedly went down after his glitzy celeb-stuffed parties. When prosecutors said Diddy used these parties as bait to lure victims under the promise of celebrity access, every name suddenly became a clue. Because here's the deal. It wasn't just about Diddy. It was about who was at these parties, who stayed after the guests cleared out, and who he used to entice the crowd. That's when things got really messy. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Prince Harry's name entered the picture. In a bombshell lawsuit filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones, the former producer blew the lid off what he claims happened behind Diddy's velvet ropes. His court filing casually mentioned Diddy, bragging about access to celebrities such as famous athletes, political figures, artists, and musicians.
This is the story of a man called Rodney Little Rod Jones, who's a producer who's filed a $30 million civil suit against P. Diddy. He's got several suits against him.
But above all else, it also mentioned having access to international dignitaries like British Royal Prince Harry. That line alone set the internet on fire. The real question everyone's asking is, was Meghan Markle involved? Because where Harry goes, Meghan usually isn't far behind. And now people are digging through old photos, guest lists, and party archives, trying to connect the dots. If Harry was part of Diddy's exclusive guest list, was Meghan with him? When the shocking lawsuit hit Sean Diddy Combs in 2024, no one expected a British royal to pop up in the mix. But then, the Daily Mail dropped a bombshell. Prince Harry's name is tangled right in the middle of this $30 million legal mess.
The lawsuit suggests that the Duke of Sussex was one of the guests at Combs' infamous parties, allegedly attended by workers and underage girls.
According to the lawsuit filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones, Harry's so-called affiliation with Diddy supposedly gave the rapper some serious street cred. But before anyone starts jumping to conclusions, let's be clear. There's zero suggestion Harry knew anything about the scandal, nor is he accused of wrongdoing or named as a defendant. The Daily Mail didn't just stop at naming Prince Harry in a wild lawsuit. They dug up a 2007 snap. In that picture, Harry, Sean, Diddy Combs, and Kanye West all cozy up at a star-studded after-party for the legendary concert for Diana at London's Wembley Stadium.
With Harry and Kanye and P. Diddy. I believe that's Prince William in the background. You know, Prince William was at that event. It just seems really...
Been said.
Yeah, well, he was there, so it just seems odd to kind of...
Yep, the same concert where Harry and Prince William took center stage, thanking a crowd of 63,000 fans. Of course, the biggest music icons like Queen, Michael Jackson, and the Spice Girls rocked the stage in honor of their late mom, Princess Diana. But here's where it gets spicy. Diddy didn't just meet Harry once and call it a day. In 2012, the rapper told The Sun he was itching to catch up with the prince, calling him such a cool guy. "I need him to take me to some of those wild Mayfair clubs," he said. And in 2011, on The Graham Norton Show, Diddy dropped a tantalizing hint that the princes might have been invited to his infamous parties. Parties that are known for being off-the-charts wild. Back in their wilder, pre-wifey days, William and Harry were the royal party boys of London. And guess who had his eye on them? Diddy.
But you know, before, when they were young bucks growing up, and they were getting in a lot of trouble themselves, so hey, I was like, why don't you come hang out with me?
No, but you have met them. I've got pictures of there you are.
Turns out Diddy wasn't the only one drawn to Harry's wild side, because that side had been brewing long before velvet ropes and VIP lists ever entered the picture. Prince Harry's royal rebellion didn't begin with Meghan Markle or the infamous royal exit. It started way back when he was just a cheeky little prince with a mischievous glint in his eye. According to a stash of handwritten letters by Princess Diana, Harry was already stirring up trouble at just 8 years old.
Prince Harry served in the British Army and is known for his philanthropic work, but when he was growing up, he had a reputation for being a royal rebel.
From day one, he struggled with the palace's ironclad rules, and by the time he hit boarding school, he was constantly in trouble, as Diana lovingly put it.
Whether he copies William, we wait and see, but he's certainly a different character altogether.
It's no wonder, really. Growing up under Queen Elizabeth's gaze, surrounded by royal protocol and endless press attention, Harry was always the spare with a streak of defiance. Fast forward a few years, and the party prince of tabloid fame cemented his rebel status by doing the unthinkable, ditching the royal family entirely in 2019. So while Harry was busy breaking palace rules and earning his rebel stripes early on, Diddy was plotting a royal remix of his own, and he wasn't even subtle about it. According to his former publicist Rob Shooter, Diddy wasn't just curious about the British royals, he was fixated. We're talking full-on framed portraits of young William and Harry hanging on his apartment walls in New York.
Harry, in his book Fair, has talked about the fact
was
that
open
he's
about
used
mushrooms.
And now the question, how did he answer that question?
The same walls that hosted Jay-Z, Naomi Campbell, and every A-list model in Manhattan. Shooter says Diddy gave clear orders. Get the princes to one of his infamous parties. And not just once, but multiple invites were sent. Diddy thought of himself as a king, and what better flex than having 2 real-life princes in his inner circle. But here's where it gets good. The princes never bit. Not once. Despite the bling, the buzz, and the personal invitations, William and Harry kept their distance. And thank the universe for that, because now Diddy's name is being dragged through the dirtiest headlines in entertainment history. But it gets crazier. According to Christopher Anderson, Diddy wasn't content with just a couple of princes at his parties. He was allegedly trying to infiltrate the monarchy itself. The man behind Bad Boy Records reportedly had his sights set on securing an audience with Queen Elizabeth II. No word on whether he planned to pitch her a record deal or invite her to a Ciroc-sponsored tea party. But one thing's for sure, it never happened.
Is it true you've never met the Queen?
No, I've never met the Queen.
But you'd like to meet the Queen?
Yeah, I'd like to meet her. She doesn't have to hang out with me, but I could just go for I could just go over for some tea or something, and we could kick it.
The Queen wasn't having it, and with good reason. Anderson says King Charles, already rattled by the Epstein-Andrew mess, is probably thanking his lucky stars that his son's interactions with Diddy stayed surface level. And it turns out that the royal family declined Diddy's invites so many times that he just stopped inviting them altogether.
Because I read that on your that you want to get Prince William and Prince Harry to a Diddy party.
I don't think, not anymore.
Diddy may have missed his royal audience, but now he's center stage in a very different kind of drama. Tony Busby, representing a staggering 120 alleged victims, revealed that Diddy isn't the only name that will come under fire.
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
At a tense Houston press conference, Busby said the names will shock you.
But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you.
That's right. An extensive list of accomplices, many of them big-time, high-profile figures, is waiting in the wings. None of these names have been officially dropped yet since they weren't included in Diddy's federal indictment. But according to Busby, it's only a matter of time before the public gets the full scoop. Busby didn't hold back on his game plan either. He promised to aggressively pursue the case and vowed to leave no stone unturned to find all potentially liable parties.
We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates.
What does this mean exactly? This scandal isn't going to fizzle out anytime soon. As Diddy's empire unravels, though, a quiet paper trail suddenly links the chaos to Meghan, Harry, and a shadowy nonprofit built on donor secrecy. Tis best philanthropy doesn't scream scandal at first glance, but this low-profile organization has one major purpose: to let wealthy donors give money without ever revealing who they are. It's a hush-hush middleman, tax-deductible generosity on the surface, faceless funding underneath. And guess who's cashing in? Meghan and Harry's Archewell Foundation received $10,050 through Tis Best in the 2022 to 2023 fiscal year. Nothing wild, right? But the thing is, Diddy's foundation also got money from the same source. Not a small sum either. It was a cool $50,000. The timing was anything but ordinary. This happened just as Diddy was coming under fire with explosive allegations. And yet, in the background, money was quietly flowing into his foundation. Let's not forget, this isn't Archewell's first brush with anonymous backers. In 2021, they reportedly took in a massive $10 million donation through the Silicon Valley Community Foundation. This is another nonprofit known for protecting ultra-wealthy donors from the spotlight. Archewell has never revealed who those deep-pocketed supporters are. Not then, not now. But here's where things start looking shady. The Sean Combs Foundation didn't just survive the scandals, it thrived. It handed out over $790,000 in grants last year. One of those grants was a $10,000 donation to the Miss Hilton Fashion Academy, run by Diddy's former partner, Misa Hilton, the same Misa who recently condemned him after the brutal footage of him allegedly harming Cassie Ventura surfaced. It begs the question, why are donations still flowing so freely to someone under such serious investigation? And why are both Archwell and Diddy tied to the same anonymous donation network? Sure, there's no evidence the Sussexes knew who sent the money. You start to wonder, who's really behind the curtain? And just as questions swirl about hidden money and shady connections, Prince Harry has decided enough is enough. The Duke of Sussex just came out swinging, fiercely denying any connection to the explosive Diddy scandal. Now, he's also accusing the British tabloids of hitting below the belt in revenge.
Harry's team actually accused the Sun of doing this out of revenge over some litigation. And of course, the Sun and the umbrella team denies.
In newly unsealed court documents obtained by The Guardian, Harry blasted the Sun for dragging his name into Diddy's exploitation firestorm. According to him, the tabloid's front-page bombshell linking him to the embattled rap mogul wasn't just false, it was personal. And the timing was sketchy, to say the least. Harry had just settled a major lawsuit against Rupert Murdoch's News Group newspapers, the powerhouse behind The Sun, over phone hacking and illegal info gathering. The case was set to head to trial, but NGN threw in the towel in January. Prince Harry accused The Sun of digging into his private life using illegal tactics, from tapping his phone between 2006 and 2011 to hiring private eyes to dig up dirt. And what did they do with all that stolen info? Plastered it across their front pages for the world to feast on. Even more shocking was that Harry's legal team claimed that execs at News Group newspapers tried to cover it all up by deleting emails and hiding evidence. And Harry isn't alone in this media war. A-listers like Sienna Miller and Hugh Grant have also gone after Rupert Murdoch's empire, claiming the exact same dirty tricks. Looks like the press hasn't just been reporting drama, they've been engineering it. For Harry, ultimately, it was a win, but behind the scenes, he says, the knives were already out. In recent documents, Harry alleges that the Sun has been waging a campaign of revenge ever since he filed his claim back in 2019, and the headlines have been brutal. He accuses the tabloid of painting him as a royal traitor, a liar, and the ultimate family betrayer, all to discredit him in the court of public opinion. But the low blow, according to Harry, came when they linked him to Diddy's alleged underground world of freak-offs. The piece, blasting Harry named in P. Diddy's case on the front page, dropped like a bomb on March 27, 2024. The tabloid claimed that Diddy's legal filings alleged he used Harry's name to lend legitimacy to his wild parties.
Sean Diddy Combs, who's a rapper, used his name to give trafficking parties legitimacy. There's no suggestion, obviously, whatsoever that the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, attended any of these.
Parties reportedly shadowed by serious illegal activities. But buried in the fine print was the crucial detail. Harry wasn't accused of any wrongdoing. Harry insists the entire narrative is a smear campaign and a calculated strike from a media empire that couldn't stomach losing to him in court. In his court papers, Harry revealed just how deeply the headline hurt. Not just him, but his wife and kids too. Still, the damage was done. Harry's only connection to the rap mogul was a single meeting back in 2007 at a concert honoring his late mother, Princess Diana. He's never stepped foot at one of Diddy's infamous parties and certainly isn't tangled up in any of the allegations. NGN, the media giant behind The Sun, defended the headline, claiming they took the greatest care to ensure accuracy. They argued Harry's name appeared in court documents tied to a case of international interest and that their story reflected public debate. With Harry's name dragged through the Diddy headlines, it's clear this isn't just about one scandal, it's about a royal couple caught in a never-ending media storm. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been center stage ever since they shook up the monarchy by stepping back from royal duties and jetting off to the US. Meanwhile, wild rumors about cracks in Prince William and Kate Middleton's marriage have been spreading. On top of that, explosive reports keep spilling about Harry's tense, icy relationship with his dad, King Charles, and his brother, Prince William. Just recently, Harry dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through palace walls. He hinted King Charles might be on his last legs and confessed he's desperate to patch things up before it's too late. Every time you blink, there's another scandal, another headline, another whisper dragging their name through something murky. And it's not always by accident.